Hi, I'm Chris Meyer from St. Louis, currently residing in the neighborhood of Dogtown.
My name is Melissa Marchand, and I am from St. Louis, Missouri.
My name is Cindy Parnell. I'm from St. Louis.
I'm JP Robinson. I'm from St. Louis originally, but I currently live in Brooklyn, New York.
My name is Terry Fenwick, and I am from St. Louis, Missouri.
I had some fears because, the situation and the reason I had to sell was because it was too much house for myself and my daughter. I had gone through a divorce, but I met CJ and he was very nice, and it come to find out that he had known several mutual friends. So I kind of talked to them too and said, hey, is this guy legit? And they said, yeah, absolutely, he's great. And his mom's a nurse and so am I, so wonderful.
I had already moved to New York when I was looking to sell my condo. So I was really looking for someone I could trust. I didn't have any family in the business, so it's that time you just kind of like roll through your contacts and see who's in real estate. And I talked to a couple people, but I'd always remembered CJ as somebody that was somebody that at least my parents knew, and somebody that always seemed like a responsible type.
Familiarity, trust, just our friendship had developed over the years, and I knew that if anybody was going to get me through it and get a good deal, it was going to be CJ. I didn't really look anywhere else. There was really no other option for me.
I think the big thing for us is that because we were coming to the end of that home buyer's credit, we're worried that we weren't going to be able to make the cutoff. So I knew that CJ would, as soon as we found something, that he'd get it done right away, and he did. So that's why we went to CJ.
He was very thorough with everything at the time I was going through. I was trying to find another place to live. I had a very young child. I was going through my divorce, and he had everything just mapped out for me. Basically, okay, you just have to sign here, here, and here. This is what's going to happen. This is where you need to go, and then it'll be done. And it was really quick and easy. He put a sign out in my yard, and then the house was sold because the market at that time was so bad. I was expecting to sit on the house for a year, but it was only maybe 4 or 5 months, maybe.
He obviously went above and beyond. He was right on it. It was so quick. From the time we put in our first offer to the time it was wrapped up, I don't think could have been more than 2 days.
Oh, definitely met him, and I would say he exceeded them. I didn't really know what to expect in the onset of this process, and I had heard, you get opinions from everyone, and it was scary at the beginning and a little just tenuous, but I just felt very confident in him.
He was wherever I needed him to be, and as long as I needed him to be, and if the place wasn't right, there was never any sales involved. It was just pointing out what was good, what was bad, and moving on to the next one. If I said I didn't like it, we spent 2 seconds there. If I enjoyed it, we'd spend 20 minutes there.
He would reach out to me, and I would just tell him to work with my parents to do X, Y, Z. And he would talk with them, and I'm a busy person here in New York, so he was definitely capable of taking care of all the stuff that normal sellers probably would have had to deal with.
Every now and then he just drops something in the mail or Facebook or wherever. He just checks in and says hi, and no pressure or anything, just checking in, and that's nice. I mean, you develop a relationship and in this type of situation. So it's been a good learning experience and relationship building experience.
If you can't talk, he'll shoot you a text or he'll shoot you an email. There's so many different ways to get a hold of him.
Absolutely. Yeah, we actually went through a couple of rounds of, what would you call that? Making offers and counter offers. And I had something I had in mind as far as price, and they had something else, and we finally did negotiate them down to what I wanted, which was great.
Condos were just pathetic in St. Louis. So there was some people that, that it was probably a lot of people that were probably going to try to lowball us on these offers. And I feel like the price that we set, it was originally lower, and CJ actually worked them up to reach what we wanted. So that was exceptional work on his part.
Absolutely, yeah.
Definitely.
Oh, yes.
Absolutely.
By all means, look him up. He's on Facebook.
When we were inspecting the house, he had great advice on who to get in to inspect the house as well, bringing in people that were pretty trustworthy as far as giving you advice on what needed to be done on the house. So I knew when I was buying it, it's a 100-year-old house, but I knew that I was getting something that was going to last too.
I wouldn't use anybody else. CJ's my guy, yes.
Oh, most definitely. I mean, the real estate agent. I mean, I think you people know that as soon as they're done working with the people. The contracts are like, oh, I'm never going to work with him again. I'm happy that's over. Like with who I dealt with to buy my condo originally, and with CJ, it was just so smooth and easy. And he's on top of things. I'm still even talking to him, or at least hearing from him every now and then. So it's definitely someone I'd come back to if I'm in the market in that area.
Absolutely, I'd be in the 20%, and I recommend them all the time. If I ever hear anybody thinking about selling or buying, I definitely recommend them.
CJ's very thorough, intelligent. He's down to earth. He's willing to work with anybody with any circumstance, and he tries to really get the best money for you for your home. And if he's trying to find a home for you, he'll try to get a great deal for you as well.
Don't let his looks fool you. He may look very young, but he is well versed in what he does. He has a passion for what he does.
He will get you in the house you want, and he will get you the deal that you can get for that house. He won't sell you short on any of it.
Essentially, you don't have to do any work. He does everything for you. You go into this whole home buying process scared, like out of your mind scared, because you think you're gonna have to do all this work. You have no idea what's gonna happen. For me, it was, I want that house, and all of a sudden I had it. I didn't have to do anything. So that's the main reason I would recommend CJ, is you don't even feel like you had to do anything. He does everything for you.
He's hardworking, and he's always working with you with a smile. You can always tell no matter what. And he's someone you can really trust.
He ended up selling the home in a very relatively short period of time, I would say. And this is something I could not have done on my own. I just could not.
He works so hard. He gets up at, I don't even want to know what time he gets up at. And he works all day. And it's not like he's sitting there surfing the internet. He's working all day.
It's hard to believe, but home buying was fun with CJ.
A ton of work. And he helped us move, so added bonus.